important about writing task one is that you should avoid giving opinion. So your job is not to give opinions. You must
Yeah.
describe the information. You must compare the data and, of course, report the main features. It's really important to use clear academic English. So this is about task one. That is something common in all tasks and
Yeah.
different types of questions. Okay, what can
Yeah.
we see
Yeah.
here? As you can see, you should spend about 20 minutes on this task. The chart below shows the number of male and female research students studying six science-related subjects at a UK university in 2009. First, summarize the information by selecting and reporting the main features and make comparisons where relevant. So, I want to, okay, here, I will like, okay, first, male and female
Female.
research
Yeah.
students. This is the first one. And how many subject? Six.
Six. Yeah.
Yes, and six science-related subjects were at a UK university when in 2009. So the chart compares these things and you can see. And now we want to talk about this chart and of course we will write. We have four paragraphs. Introduction, overview, main body one, main body two. Okay? The first one is introduction, and we will learn what we need to. So let's learn some general rules and strategies for writing task one bar chart. For example, what we need to write an introduction, overview, and main bodies. And
Yeah.
when and where we need to write the overview, the second paragraph or the last paragraph. Because we know that there is no conclusion here, but you may see that, like, some people, some candidates, students write the overview, second paragraph, or maybe the last one. There are some
Yeah.
golden rules of task one. So, first of all, no opinion, nothing,
Yeah.
no reason. We have no reason why. Causes, no, we don't need. Personal idea, definitely no. What we write, fact, comparisons, main trends, and of course trends and key features, so they're really important. So this is like a report. It's not like, I don't know, an opinion essay. So it's based on factual information, and of course, we need a factual summary. In introduction, that is the first paragraph, you should paraphrase the question, normally one to two sentences. Of course, it's your choice, but one or two sentences are enough. So you need to paraphrase. Then you have overview, that is the most important paragraph, a part of your essay. Main trends and general features. We will discuss what are general features, how to know what is important, what is not. And body one, of course, detailed comparisons. Body two, more comparisons. Okay? Now let's get started with this one. And why? I want to say that, as I told you, overview is the most important. Why? Because the
Yeah.
examiner sees immediately that you understood the chart. This is really important. And
Yeah.
your essay becomes clearer, becomes more organized, and of course, it improves coherence and cohesion. So, why we need to put the overview second? Some candidates put it at the end. I don't like. I'm not the one for
Yeah.
writing this way. I say that the second paragraph should be overview because, as I told you, It improves your essay, coherence, cohesion, and the examiner immediately sees, okay, you understood the chart and you're able. So it's really important. That is the safest way.
Mm.
And
My question.
yes,
There are three paragraph in the part one task. The first one is introduce and introduce the first one is introduce the number one. The number second is show the overall of the charts, and the third one and the number four to show or to compare the information in the charts,
yeah,
right?
okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so we have four paragraphs. The first one, introduction. The second one, overview. And body
Mm.
3, body 4. So 4 paragraphs.
Yeah.
Okay. For example, for this one, okay, the first one that is introduction, the bar chart compares what? The second, so we have introduction and overview and paragraph 3 that is like details. For example, we start with the highest number. Look at this. I can see biology. So biology, for example, had the highest number. And of course, I
Mm.
will write, okay, in most subjects. And
Mm.
paragraph 4, that is the last one, we can discuss female students.
Mm.
Body, paragraph 4. So, in terms of female students. Okay, now we will write. Okay, now let's talk about this. So, as I told you, for paraphrasing, what we mean, uh, we need we need to keep the same meaning, but of course, we need to change vocabulary or sentence structure. For example, active, passive, or something like this. Okay, now we can write and we can talk about the introduction. Okay, look at this. Instead of show, we have better words like illustrate, depict, compare, so whatever. So the first one that is my introduction, there are some good words that, for example, you can use. Outnumbered, significant, compare. So important vocabulary for, let me write, important vocabulary for bar charts. First, compare. One, compare. So this one is really important. Or you can use another synonym for it. Examine, contrast. The chart compares male and female students. The second one is outnumbered. To be greater number. To be greater in number. For example, male or men outnumbered women in physics. Look at this. Men, women outnumbered. So men outnumbered women in physics. This way you can use it. The third one is significant. Of course, you know how to use it. Significant or
Mm.
considerable. Or we have another one that is substantial.
Mm.
Substantial. All of them are synonyms. For example, there was a significant difference between males and females in physics. And then I will tell you why I'm using past. We have slightly, a little, you can use. Women slightly exceeded men in veterinary medicine, a little bit exceeded. So I can use it this way. And the next one is accounted for. Accounted for means represented. Biology accounted for the highest number of female students. So as you can see, female students, I'm talking about this. Look here, this bar is the highest. So I can say that biology accounted for or represented the highest number of female students. This is another one. And we have a good adverb. Respectively. We use it a lot. Respectively means in the same order mentioned. For example, biology and medicine had around 240 and 200 male student respectively in order. First this, the second one, because I have two numbers here. So I want to say that 240 belongs to biology. 200 belongs to medicine. So I can say that biology and medicine had around, I'm not sure, so that is the reason that why I use around 240 and 200 male students respectively, same order, okay? And exceeded, went above. A synonym, surpassed. Surpass is present, past is or outperformed. Outperformed. Female students exceeded male in veterinary medicine. So this is another one. And we have 6, that is majority. Most of something. Majority of students. Majority of physics students. And
Bigger, right?
yeah, definitely. Yes.
Majority means the bigger.
Yes, most of, the biggest, the largest.
Yeah.
Yes, very
Mm.
good.
Yeah.
And 7, we have proportion. Proportion. A part or percentage. For example, the proportion of women in astronomy was relatively low. The proportion. So this way you can use it. And we have 8, that is gap, difference, age gap. Difference between two figures. There was, for example, a wide gap between men and women in physics. A wide gap, or I don't know, small gap or something like this. So there are some good vocabulary, and of course we will learn more. Now, grammar structure. This one is really important. First of all, because we, as I told you, we compare. So X was higher than Y, something. The number of men in biology was higher than, so comparisons. This is really important, comparative superlative. While and whereas. Again, for example, men dominated physics, yeah, physics, whereas Women were more common in veterinary medicine. So while or when you want to make contrast, you use while or whereas. Respectively, as I told you, is really good. And depends on the year, we use past. So we normally, and passive is really important. Well, we have a smart way. As you can see, we have some numbers, 200, 300. Okay. Normally, students say there were, this is basic, 200 men. Of course, it's okay, but smarter ones say the number of male students stood at 200. This is a smarter way of saying, instead of saying there were 200, that is basic, we can use or male students accounted for 200 researcher. That's it. Now, I want to talk about something that is very important. So pay attention, please. You know that the language here is approximate. That is really important. Approximate language, because I'm not sure if it's like, 240, 238. This is not certain. So I need some words here. They are really important. And IELTS loves approximation. For example, around, approximately, roughly, just, over, just, under. Yeah, so they are really important and we use them a lot. Yeah. So, do you have any questions here?
Your question is this was if I mean this what will have to get one week band. For example, if I use or this was maybe I will get it's 8.0
No.
maybe I don't know.
No, no,
Yeah,
not
this is my
exactly.
question. Yeah.
No, it's not about
I
that.
yeah
Yeah, I see.
I know that it's not only depend on the words, on new
Yeah,
words. Yeah, I know that. But I think I mean in the in the best case, everything in grammar and
yeah.
understand and it's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was can be help me.
Approximation
Yeah,
words,
yeah.
these words are called approximation words. Approximation words in IELTS task one are important. Why? And examiners
Mm,
like them. They can boost your score because they make your
mm,
writing sound more natural and academic.
mm,
So, of course,
mm,
they definitely improve your score, but the way that you use them is important. For example, the differences between these words, the meaning of them. So, you should pay attention when and how to
yeah,
use them. That is really important. For example,
yeah,
when I say, first of all, we use all them when we want to say this, the number actually is not exact. Okay. Now, when I
yeah,
say around and approximately are synonyms, means about.
yeah,
And this
yeah,
is very good. Around is very common, very natural. Around
yeah,
200 students studied medicine. I'm not sure around. Okay?
yeah,
Not exactly.
yeah.
Approximately is the synonym. Okay? And almost exactly, but not perfectly. So close, but not perfectly. For example, approximately 150 male students studied astronomy. I can see that is 100, but I don't want to say that I'm sure. Maybe, I don't know, it's 149. I'm not sure. So I say
Yeah.
approximately very close, but not certain. Okay, so this is another one.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
the next one, so what's the difference between, because I told you that around and approximately are synonyms, but we can, and both are correct, Niles.
Yeah.
Around is
Yeah.
natural, common, approximately more formal, academic.
Yeah.
So if you want to make it
Yeah.
more formal and academic, approximately, roughly. The next one.
Yeah.
About.
And yeah, I can use all of them in a text. For example, I use around and I use approximately. Yeah,
Yes,
but maybe it's make the paragraph maybe um, diversity or maybe in the range in the wise words.
definitely
Yeah,
wide range. Yes.
yeah,
You can use both. Of course, as I told you, we avoid repetition. So that is the reason that
yeah.
why we have different
Mm,
alternatives. Yes, this shows the
mm,
wide range of vocabulary that you use, especially these words are really important. And now
yeah,
the third one is roughly why I typed it after approximately, because
yeah.
meaning means about, meaning is nearly, but this one is
Mm,
less precise or less certain than approximately. So, for
yeah.
example, when I say, when I say, uh, roughly 100 women studied whatever, okay? I mean
Mm,
95 to 105. But when I say
mm-hmm.
approximately 98,
Yeah,
99 to not to a
yeah,
101. So closer.
yeah,
Okay, so this is a little
yeah.
bit, I can say that less certain, less precise, and just over, a little more, a little, just over. For
Can
love,
I?
yeah,
Yeah. Can if I know that it's more than 10 women study, can I use more than 100
of
women?
course, you can say, of
It
course.
is the same roughly, right?
Yeah, so you can say, of course,
Mm,
if you know, you can
yeah,
use. Okay. So because
yeah,
you
yeah,
don't want to give the number, so you're not sure,
yeah,
and slightly
yeah.
more than it's just over. So this is slightly
Mm,
more. And then
yeah.
we have another one that is like just under a little under it.
Yeah.
Okay, less, slightly
Yeah.
less. Okay, so for example, when I say just under 180 women, I mean
Mm,
176 to 179, just under, a
yeah.
little bit under it. And we can say that they are good words and you need to know them. And now it's time to write
Yeah.
our
I
essay.
um
Yeah, yeah,
I know some words. I know some word when I read something. Yeah, but actually like I
yeah,
I I didn't use it often. Yeah,
yeah.
I didn't often use them
I don't.
in our conversation or in our writing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So can you take a note and give me
Yeah,
after
of
the class?
course. Because there are
Yeah.
more. So I will take
Yeah.
screenshot and
Yeah.
send you after the class. I will
Yeah.
save them.
Yeah.
And there are more, but
Yeah.
you
Thank
will
you.
learn step by step. Okay.
Yes.
Well,
Yeah.
let's keep going. Now we will write our essay. Let's get started with our essay. The first paragraph is our
Yeah.
introduction. I want you to help me to paraphrase the question. Could you
Yeah.
help me?
The perfect question means in the introduction
Yes.
introduction part, right?
Introduction, yes, definitely.
Yeah. Mm,
Yeah.
yeah. Yes, I know. I know.
So I want to start writing.
the
So,
the
yeah,
yeah, yeah, the paraphrase,
yes.
but chat. So
How to start our introduction.
the chart illustrate the number or the or illustrate or compare the number of male and female research study. Yeah, in yeah in UK university in
Okay.
28 by by six science related subject.
Yeah, let's a little bit modify, but it was good. First of all, for
Yeah,
university at a UK
yeah,
university. So yes, I do
yeah,
agree with you. I can say the, but please pay attention to the capital
yeah,
letter, and because this one
yeah.
is really important. Like punctuation is
Mm-hmm.
really important, capital letters, and how to start. But now I'm typing, so I don't pay attention. For example, if I wanted to write a real essay, say the, I'll write this, but not
Yeah,
now, okay? The bar chart, you said
yeah,
compare, and that is really good. I said yes. Compares what? The number of male and female students used research. Okay, okay. Okay, research. So let me put this here because I want to add this female students or research students is better. As you said, research students studying six science related subjects at a UK university
university.
in 2009. This is a simple, just now I'm trying to give you a simple sample because it's like 7 plus. 7 plus, okay?
Yeah.
But for like 8 plus and 9, so of course we need to change some words. I don't want to make it confused. So this is good, clear. Now it's time to write the most important paragraph. Writing task 1,
Yeah.
overall. How to what I should write here. This is really important, so we need to talk about it. Okay, in our the second paragraph, that is overview, what we need to discuss, general trend. Okay, so what are general trend?
Yeah.
We will discuss this. Okay,
Yeah.
so we can say that we describe the general trends. We mention the biggest and the smallest figure, only this.
Yeah.
And we
Yeah.
make overall comparison, no detail here. Okay, because that's the difference between detail and general trend. Most of
Yeah.
candidates don't know there are different. They say, okay, so I'm gonna talk, so let's discuss. No. Okay, now we will learn how to, so because it's really important that your overview to be clear. Good
Mm-hmm.
vocabulary,
Yeah.
clear overview. This is really important. And now
Mm.
you tell me, what should I, because when I say general trend, how to know what is general trend? First, big or main patterns, not the small details, not every number. The most
Mm.
noticeable overall picture. So they're really important. Now, when I want to write my overview to know what the general trend is, I ask some questions. I want to type it here. What are these questions? First, I ask you, who had higher number overall? This is the first question.
Male.
Yeah, of course. Which category was, for example, was the highest? male, female. Okay, so this one is also important. So which category was the highest? This is the second question. Which was the lowest? They're really important. Which was the lowest? Were there any exceptions? You will learn that how to use them. Did
Mm.
something increase or decrease? For example, for line graph even, and were figures similar or different? When you answer these questions, you get the general trends. For example, men had the higher number in most subjects. This is major pattern. So this is important.
Yeah. Yeah.
Physics had the biggest gender gap. Look at this.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. I see.
this is another
Mm.
important thing. So I can see here. And biology and medicine had high numbers for both genders. It's important noticeable trend because they are different.
Yeah.
In all subjects, as you can see, the rest of subjects, big gap. But in biology and medicine, we can say that they both had high numbers for both genders. This is another important. And we have an exception here. Veterinary medicine was the only subject where women were higher. This is exception. I mean this. So I got it. They
Yeah.
are my general trends. I need to discuss them in my overview. Get it?
Yeah. And how many words in the overall part?
Sorry.
Overview parts.
Okay,
How
you
many
don't. Okay,
words?
let me say something about overview. The number of words, because in total, you know that you need to write at least 150. So I give you
Yeah.
this the number of sentences. Okay, so it depends. Sometimes your overview is long, okay, because you have more. There is no rule that you have to write a certain number of words. But we normally say
Mm.
that, for example, okay, the number of lines or sentences that you write in
Mm.
your overview or, for example, your introduction. So your overview
Mm.
is higher. For example, for this topic, we will count. I will write and then we will count it together. For example, 4 to 5 lines enough for overview.
Mm. Mm.
That's it. So
Mm.
for example, for introduction, two, maybe three, one, two, three. Enough. One is short,
Yeah.
so two or three. Overview,
Yeah.
4 to 5. And after
Mm.
that, we have main bodies. They are not equal. One longer, one
Mm.
shorter, depends on the information that you provide in each
Mm.
paragraph. So we will write
Yeah.
this way. Yeah. But there is no rule that, for
Yeah.
example, the number of words in introduction or overview, or for example, main bodies, if all of them, of course, I can give you
Mm.
the number, but you don't need to. You don't need to because, when your introduction is too long, it makes your essay weak. The best word number
Mm.
for the whole essay, the best, 180. The best.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
One, because we say seven, we never write 150 because, of course, we can count. We do this, but
Yeah.
normally it
Mm.
exceeds, like, 170, 108, but the best is 180 for the whole. And we can
Yeah.
say that uh, longer may increase grammar mistakes, so it's better not to make it longer. For introduction, you can write, I don't know, if I want to for 2 lines, normally 20 words.
Yeah.
Overview, 40 words.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe 35,
Mm-hmm.
maybe 45, who knows? Main
Mm.
bodies, Like we can say that 50 to 60. 50 to 60 depends on, but that's it. So
Yeah.
for I want to give you the last thing about it, and then we will keep going with writing. For the
Yeah.
ideal introduction, give two, okay, one sentence or two short sentences. For ideal introduction, don't make it too long. For ideal introduction, one sentence or two short sentences enough. For because we
Yeah.
normally say that then you can count. For example, it takes between like 15 to
Yeah.
20 or maybe 22, 23 words. And
Yeah.
why shorter is better? Because, introduction is only a paraphrase. You don't analyze, you
Yes.
don't compare nothing. Okay, so for overview, that is the most important paragraph. This deserves more
Yeah.
attention. So pay attention. Make it longer, two, three sentences, sometimes
Yeah.
like four. So it depends. This can be, for example, 39, 40 words. So it depends. Wow. Any other questions?
Mm. Mm, that means introduction maybe come from in to sentence and come from which 10 to 20 words.
15, not 10. 10 is too short. 15
Yeah.
to like 2022, maybe 23, up to 25. So it
Yeah.
depends.
Yeah.
And for
Yeah.
overview, I can say that 40, 45. So it depends.